Hi friends, I'm here with Darren from Darren Jansen Hair. We're going to be talking all about hair today. So I wanted to ask him quite a number of questions, so let's get started. Firstly, how did you get into the industry?
It's a good question. I started when I was in university. I needed to make some side money because, OSAP wasn't covering what it should have for the weekends.
Yeah.
So I was always fascinated with my own beard, kind of doing my own styles and stuff like that. So I asked my brother to grab me just like a set from somewhere to practice on my roommates, maybe my friends, and charge $1 or $2. And so I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos. He hooked me up with my set that he got from Walmart. It kind of came like a little, clipper, scissors, little cape and all that.
Starter pack.
Little starter pack.
Nice.
And it was great. He gave it to me on my birthday that year, and it's been great ever since.
How long have you been in the industry?
It'll be 9 years on my birthday. It'll be
Wow.
9 years on my birthday this year.
So you definitely always had a love for hair. If it's like, this is the one thing I want, get me some clippers.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny because it's like when you're growing up, you don't have these sort of thoughts. Like there wasn't like this inclination towards hair. Like in high school, we had the program, but I was never interested in it. But looking back now, it was like, oh, okay. In high school or in elementary school, I should say, every year I'd get my sister to draw the chin strap from AJ from the Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, well, I always wanted that chin strap. So, okay, there's like one thing that might have kind of like, I was interested.
Yeah.
So these little things kind of come thereafter. But yeah, I was always sort of fascinated with it.
That's really interesting to know the background story of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I personally have you on Instagram.
Right.
I kind of love and know this, but when you're not cutting hair,
Yeah.
when you're not behind the chair,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah, so when I'm not with clients, when I'm not behind the chair, there's sort of like a few different things. It's kind of the fun part of being a hairstylist or a barber, is that freelance aspect of just kind of getting out and doing your own thing. So I'm a L'Oreal portfolio artist with L'Oreal Professional. So basically that means I go around teaching salons and hairstylists and barbers how to cut men's hair predominantly, barbering, but I do women's fundamentals as well. In addition to that, I work as a freelance for CTV. I do Your Morning, which is their morning show once a week. So getting the girls ready for being on screen and stuff like that, getting their hair ready. So that's a really nice early morning wake up, but it's a great place to be and a really fun crew there.
So when you're getting the girls ready for TV, that lets me know you do more than just cut.
Yes.
You're styling.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, when we're on set there, it's very much dry styling. They have to come kind of like a little bit ready, not bedhead, but a little bit more prepared than that. But it's all hands on deck. Makeup's doing makeup, I'm doing hair, we're all in there at the same time. The hostesses are getting ready for their day, what they need to be ready for and saying. So it's high energy really early in the morning, but it's very fun. Very fun.
So though I think L'Oreal is an amazing company to work for, super proud of you that's where you happened to land yourself. Not happened, worked hard to get there. I know that your Sri Lanka trip was very inspirational to me.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from Sri Lanka, my family's from there, and we went there in February of this year. And so I thought, kind of playing on what you were talking about, what do you do behind the chair or beyond that? I decided to play on that and kind of create this small movement called Beyond the Chair. Okay. So it's kind of like for hairstylists, barbers, to kind of think about, what they can do beyond the chair, because what we do is very transferable, right? We can pick up what we have and go anywhere around the world. So what I ended up doing was I reached out to an orphanage in Sri Lanka. And I asked the lady there if it would be okay if I cut the children's hair there, and she was more than happy to have me there. And luckily, Wall, who's sponsoring me, was able to give me the tools that I need to kind of get the conversion and the voltage right for the tools that I need to use there. And it was amazing. We did probably, I think, 11 girls, 6 boys, and it was killer. It was a ton of fun. I let the boys kind of practice on each other a little bit, so we might have some future barbers coming out of Sri Lanka soon. So it was a really fun experience.
I can imagine you would, because from me being an outsider, looking at the videos of the posts and everything, I was super inspired. So I can only imagine how much that touched their heart and really kind of warmed them and inspired them to show them that there's there's more.
Yeah. And I think that's a great thing too, you know, like especially given, you know, their situation and circumstance that they're growing up in is you know what, you just need a pair of clippers that, you know, could get you out of your situation. You know, you can make something out of this craft and this trade that we have here. You don't have to, you know, necessarily try to go the school route and the academia route that might not be available always. So yeah, it's, you know, if one of them decides to pick up a pair of clippers and, you know, it helps them in their life, that'd be amazing.
Last question. We know each other because we've grown up together. We went to school together. It's been a fun time. We both live in Mississauga. But I know your business is primarily in Toronto. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, that's right. For me, it's sort of the opportunities and things like that are better presented in Toronto than Mississauga. So I'm based out of Toronto, I should say, specifically Queen Street West. That's where, you know, I cut hair out of. A lot of my sort of teaching and stuff happens there. So yeah, you know, anybody looking for an appointment can definitely come see me in Toronto. As much as it is Toronto, it's only about a 25-minute drive away. It's not too far. And I'd love to see anybody, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well, if you're looking for a really good haircut, this is your boy. So hopefully you enjoyed and call him up.
Come see me.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
See ya.